Well, a very good morning to one and all present out here. And I think this is a very, very special day in the lives of many people seated in front of the dais. So I'm going to request you to please put on the smiles on your face, because talking about achievement and celebration, I think smiles and love is the first thing that comes to my mind. It's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of dedication and effort. And today is the day of celebrating. So can I request the audience to smile a little bit, please? It looks nice from here. Thank you. Well, a very good morning to one and all present out here, and I take great privilege and pride to be your host for this morning. I welcome the Freshara team, the NSC, the merchant bankers, and other dignitaries who are seated in front of the dais. To begin the proceedings of this event, we'd like to start with the national anthem, so may I request the audience to please raise. Thank you very much, audience. To begin the proceedings of this event, we'd like to start with the Indian traditional custom with the lighting of the lamp. The lighting of the lamp indicates the start of something good. And to do the honors of the lighting of the lamp, may I request you to please join me by welcoming our respective dignitaries to join us forward. To begin with, Mr. Junaid Ahmed, Mr. Iqbal Ahmed. From the NSC, we have Mr. Ravi and Mr. Sendil. We have Mr. Mohit Bed and Mr. Rajnikant to also join us on the dais. Significance. It is a light that is within each of us that we spread to our families, to the world that we live in, sharing a part of us that belongs to each other and creating one big family, a family of respect, love, and togetherness. This is a little light we all bring into the world in our own journeys. And this morning, as we light the lamp, we promise to ourselves to spread the light that's within each one of us to each other as we are seated in front of this dais. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, now that we have the lamp lit and we got to understand the significance of the light in our lives, I'm going to request the audience to close their eyes just for a second or two and set an intention for yourself and the organization who's celebrating a pivotal moment in their journey. Thank you. Well, on this special occasion, we have a number of you who are seated in front of the dais. Each one of you has been a significant part of this journey. And we'd like to take the opportunity to say thank you for all the love and unwavering support you've given to the organization. But I'd like to welcome a few special dignitaries who are here in our presence, and may I request Mr. Junaid to please join me on the dais to do the honors of honoring our guest this morning. May I also request Mr. Iqbal to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome our NSC officials, Mr. Ravi Jain, Associate Vice President, followed by Mr. Mohit Bed, we also have with us Mr. Rajnikant, the MD, Aksan Capital Advisory Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Mr. Prabhakaran from HDFC Bank. Last but not the least, from IndusInd we have Mr. Kamesh to please join us on the dais. Thank you very much, Mr. Iqbal and Mr. Junaid, for doing the honors. And once again, a special thank you to our dignitaries for joining us this morning. Your presence indeed makes this event absolutely complete. But today, as I speak about this organization, and like I mentioned, meeting a pivotal moment in their journey, Freshara has come a long way. From humble beginnings to becoming a national leader, known for the commitment of quality, innovation, and eco-friendly practices. We have earned the trust of the global market. Today, on the listing of the NSE is just not a symbol of financial growth, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a testament for unwavering dedication and excellence. So may I request you to please put your hands together for these visionary leaders who are standing right very silently, very humbly, but we definitely know the kind of hard work that has gone in for them to be here this morning. And to take what I say forward, I'm going to request for the short audiovisual to be played. That will give us more information on this journey of the organization.
Nature's freshness, delivering global flavors. Freshara Agro Exports Limited, established in 2015, is one of the India's leading exporter of premium pickled vegetables, especially gherkins, to over 40 countries. Under the visionary leadership of Mr. Junaid Ahmed and Mr. Iqbal Ahmed, we've evolved from a small firm into a public limited company, driven by continuous innovation and sustainability. At our processing facility in Tirupattur, Tamil Nadu, we process, preserve and export gherkins and other pickled vegetables, adhering to global standards like FSSI, FDA and IFS, ensuring the best quality products for our customers worldwide. Our products, ranging from gherkins to jalapenos and baby corn, are exported to Europe, North America, Russia and the Middle East, bringing vibrant flavors to diverse cuisines across the globe. With a streamlined supply chain, we guarantee fresh and timely deliveries to our customers worldwide. By partnering with over 4,000 small and marginal farmers across different states, we secure a consistent supply of premium produce, while empowering farming communities through sustainable and fair practices. Our commitment to excellence has earned us multiple accolades, including the MSME of the Year award from ASSOCHAM in both 2023 and 2024, further reinforcing our dedication to quality and growth. Freshara Agro Exports Limited, driven by innovation, powered by people, and committed to building a sustainable future, one pickle jar at a time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now take the privilege to welcome a gentleman who needs no much introduction to this audience. May I request you to please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Junaid himself to please address the gathering.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming to our IPO listing ceremony. Gherkins is a unique product which most of us may have not consumed in our lifetime. Such the nuance that it attracted me to work with this product and become a leading exporter from India. We established Freshara Pickles in the year 2015 as a 100% export-oriented unit, as a small factory in Tirupattur. From that, we have grown to this day, and we are listing on the IPO. Let me provide you with some interesting insights about our company. Today, we are the #2 exporter of pickled vegetables like gherkins, jalapenos, baby corns, and chilies from India, and we export to about more than 40 countries across the world. We work with more than 4,000 plus marginal farmers in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra, and the number is growing day and day. We exported gherkins in about 13 crores in the year 2015, and today we are exporting gherkins more than about 200 crores. So we have exponentially grown year on year, and we expect to reach 300 crores in the coming year. We own close to 10% of the gherkin market share from India, and we hope to grow our market share as we go ahead. We export more than about 35,000 metric tons of processed vegetables from India, and it's a very high number. We employ more than 300 plus unskilled laborers in our district in Tirupattur, providing jobs to more than 100 families in the district. Since inception, we have consistently won several awards, including the MSME awards from the state government, from the central government, as well as from ASSOCHAM. We are coming up with another unit, a production unit, where we expect to double our production capacity and hopefully be the #1 exporter from India. These are some interesting anecdotes which I thought would be interesting to you. The very idea of taking the company public to me is that I felt the development needs to go beyond the family boundaries to achieve its true potential. I did a lot of deliberation, and in the end I decided that yes, to eventually become the market leader, this is the best step I could take. Through this journey of success, the biggest motivator was my father, who was always insisted that I dream big and try the best to achieve it. He has made several sacrifices in the past for me, and to recognize his efforts, this was the best way for me. For all it matters, I would tell him that money is not the motivation. The growth of Freshara can be directly proportional to my family. At Freshara, we have grown as a global team. Since inception, we started very small, and with the similar same people have grown along with me, have contributed immensely to the company's growth. I would like to thank all my team members who have stood by me and supported through the journey. For us, there are many miles to cross and many numbers to achieve, and this is just the beginning. Before we say that we are India's biggest exporter of processed vegetables. We want to reach the top, and that is the motivation to do better things in the coming future. I would like to complete my address by thanking the people who have played a pivotal role in this IPO listing journey. My special thanks to Mr. Sendil from the NSC for supporting us through this listing process. I would also like to thank GYR and Kirin Advisories for their support. I also like to thank Mr. Rajnikant from Maxon Capital Advisories for ensuring that we made the right decisions and timely decisions, and we stick to all our deadlines. My special thanks to all the anchor investors, including Mr. Tamir Thakkar. Thanks to the stakeholders, the market makers, the QIB, the HNI, and the retail investors for making this listing a grand success. My thanks to the bankers who stood support to our journey, and also the board of directors, the independent directors. Thanks to our CFO, Mr. Yusuf, and his team, and the CS, including Mr. Balambika, for their religious efforts for the last few months and to all the employees of Freshara to making this a grand success for me. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Junaid Hamid, the Managing Director and Chairman, Freshara Agro Exports Limited. Thank you very much, Mr. Junaid, for doing the honors of setting a tone to this event. May I now request to call upon a gentleman and an organization who's been an integral part of this journey. We are absolutely grateful to acknowledge the expert guidance and the support by GYR Capital Advisor Private Limited, our merchant banker, in helping us successfully navigate through Freshara's IPO process. I also like to keep you all posted that any point of time during the course of this event, at 9:55 we would get on a certain schedule. So in case you find some changes, which is a part of the requirement for this event, it's because we are sticking to certain protocols. So may I now request Mr. Abhishek Sharma, the Director, GYR Capital Advisor Private Limited, to please share a few words with us this morning.
Good morning, everyone. And first of all, big thanks that everyone made up and we are present here in such an amazing morning. So once again, thanks for that. Just 4-5 days back, I was just going through with some article in the news that India has circulation of around 34,70,000 crore rupees of money. Coincidentally, 3 days back when we closed the IPO, the amount of fund which we received, that was 11,000 crore plus. That is around 0.25% of India's circulation of capital. So when Mr. Junaid was speaking about 10% of market share, that gleaming eyes, you know what? Investor always trusts these all things. When a promoter confidently speaks about market share, the path of growth, and that's ultimately gives a proud moment for a banker like us, GYR Capital. So we are very much thankful to the management, Mr. Junaid Ahmed, Sir Iqbal Ahmed, for building such a robust company, and we are wishing best for this company, and that's what investor has ultimately vouched for the same. 11,000 crore of participation receiving, I truly wishing that one day the market cap itself become 11,000 crore market cap. And it would happen. I'm very much thankful to the great souls at GYR Capital, Ankit Kesharwani, Kaushik Khambadia, Nikhil John, who gave day and night, gave best of the best energy to build the DRHP, did the best of the best execution process, and that's why I'm standing here representing this organization. A big thanks to Rajnikant sir, Aksan Capital, amazing, tremendous energy. I can never, even in 100 of my lives, cannot match that energy. Once again, thanking everyone, and the love which has been showered by investor, truly blessing that it should remain continue as long as the growth is there. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abhishek Sharma, and we've got just about 7 minutes to go to move on to the most awaited moment for this morning. But in that 7 minutes, may I take the pleasure to call upon Mr. Ravi Jain, who's already joined us on the dais, to come and share a few words with us this moment. Mr. Ravi Jain is from the NSE.
Thank you. Mr. Junaid Ahmed, Managing Director, Freshara Agro Exports Limited. Mr. Iqbal, Director, Freshara Exports. Mrs. Ashma Sayyed, Director. Mr. Abhishek Sharma, Director GYR Capital, and all the dignitaries and the family member present here. Very warm welcome, and it's a proud moment for us to be a part of this listing ceremony of Freshara Agro Exports Limited. NSE is proud to have in our listed corporate family, which is Freshara Agro, and it will be 567th company on the NSE Emerge platform to be listed, wherein the fund raised till now on the Emerge platform is more than 14,400 plus crore, with a market cap of above 1,50,000 crore. So it's really a proud moment. And with this, from today onwards, Freshara is an integral part of NSE now. Now, if we speak about the Indian context, India is the fourth largest economy in terms of market capitalization after USA, China, and Japan. And it is the world's largest exchange in terms of transaction it handles. So we have handled more than 20 crore transactions on many days. So this shows the resilience and the technology with which we move around. And if you see today, the market capitalization on NSE is above $5.6 trillion, which has grown almost more than 88 times in rupee terms since NSE started in 1994. So this is again a testament to the Indian entrepreneurs and their activities and the trust what they have gained over a period of time. 88% from 94 till date is a market capitalization increase which has happened. Imagine. And now I'll take you through a certain interesting statistics also, wherein if you see 1 trillion to 2 trillion, it took market capitalization to happen, it took almost 10 years. And for 2 to 3 trillion, it took only 4 years. And if you see the Nifty, the flagship index of NSE, which has given almost a compounded annual growth rate of 11% since January 2004. To add to the data, we have more than 9 crore unique clients who are trading on NSE, which covers more than 5 crore households. And the best part is almost 99.85 PIN codes are covered in the country. This is the power of digitalization actually. And more than 75% of the household are basically doing directly participating in the capital market. The IPO size for Freshara is 75.39 crore, has garnered a good response, and it is a successful IPO which I would say will inspire many corporates or entrepreneurs to look upon on this alternate way of raising funds. So again, this is a testimony to the hard work laid down by all the employees, entities involved in the IPO of this company, and NSE is there at your endeavor for the further fundraising activity. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ravi Jain, for addressing the gathering. We now move on to some very important proceedings for this event, and to do the honors, may I call upon Mr. Ravi Jain to join me back on the dais. May I also call upon Mr. Senthil Murugan to please join me on stage.
Listing certificate. They said to remove it later.
Who said? Take it. You do whatever I say.
We'd like to hand over a small memento to our dignitaries who addressed the gathering already. May I request Mr. Abhishek Sharma to please join us on the dais. And may I request Mr. Mohit to please join us on stage. We'd now like to hand over a special memento to Mr. Junaid and Mr. Iqbal. May I request you to please join us on the dais, gentlemen. May I request Mr. Iqbal and Mr. Junaid to kindly stay back on the dais. May I request our dignitaries, Mr. Junaid Ahmed, Mr. Iqbal Ahmed, Ms. Asma Syed, Mr. Sendil Murugan, who's already on stage, Mr. Ravi Jain, who's on the dais, and Mr. Mohit Paid, to please join us on the dais. And ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the most important part of this morning's program, the reason for which you and me are present out here. Let's go with the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Well, this is indeed a pivotal moment in the journey of Freshara Agro exports, as we are officially on the National Stock Exchange. A hearty congratulations to our visionary leaders and everybody who's been a part of this journey to make this dream come true. Well, may I request you all to kindly please put your hands together one more time for a big hand of applause, because this is a big dream come true, and you can definitely see our leaders absolutely excited. We'd like to take the moment to now move on to the next proceedings and hand over the listing certificate and the coffee table book to our leaders who are already standing on the dais. Mr. Junaid and Mr. Iqbal, I'm going to request you to please join us back on the dais as we now take the opportunity to present to you the proud listed badges. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is all a part of that moment. So please feel free to put your hands together and be a part of this celebration. Thank you very much, Mr. Sendil and Mr. Ravi Jain, for doing the honors of taking us to that proceedings. And now let's hear it once again from the man himself. Mr. Junaid, can I request you to come back on stage, please? I'm going to just catch you in the moment. I know you've already addressed the gathering, and you beautifully said that a visionary leader like your father has set the foundation. And your only dream was not just financial growth, but to make Freshara an independent, an excellent organization, and an empowered organization. I want you to tell me at this given point of time, having been listed on the NSE, what is it that you're experiencing right now, unfiltered?
It's a big responsibility today. 9 years back, it wasn't so. It was more of a personal dedication and a family business. It was more to make the family happy. But today, it's to address the investors, to make the investors happy, And I feel today that this is a very, the first step for me, and a lot of miles to go and lot more to achieve. Lot many farmers to work with, and lot many pickles to export across the world. Hopefully to become, as I said earlier, that to be the leading exporter of gherkins from India, and make all of you proud. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Junaid, and congratulations once again for this big achievement. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to mention to you, a journey like this is not possible by only a single individual. It takes a lot of support, a lot of dedication, a number of people coming together to make a dream come true. And at this moment, we'd like to take the opportunity to hear from few of these dignitaries. And to begin with, we're going to have Mr. Sami Thakur, and he's not present out here this morning, but we have a special video from him. Can we have the video, please?
Good morning, distinguished guests, colleagues and friends. It is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate a major milestone in Freshara Agro Export Limited journey from a small enterprise to one of India's leading exporters of premium pickled vegetables. Freshara's story is one of hard work, commitment and relentless pursuit of excellence. The remarkable success of Freshara's IPO raising 11,320 crores against the issue size of 75.39 crores is a reflection of the trust investors place in the company. This success, driven by visionary founders Mr. Junaid Ahmed and Mr. Iqbal Ahmed, is a testimony to their leadership and innovation. Under Mr. Junaid Ahmed's guidance, Freshara has captured 10% of India's gherkin export market and now exports to over 40 countries. Their commitment to farmer welfare and sustainable practices has earned them prestigious awards, including the MSME of the Year by ASSOCHAM in 2023 and 2024. Freshara's success not only strengthened company's brand as a global agricultural exporter, but also uplifts the livelihoods of farmers across the multiple states. Here's to Freshara's continued growth and future successes. Cheers.
Well, that was Mr. Samir, a very important well-wisher who's unable to be present out here this morning. We now take the opportunity to call upon Mr. Rajnikant, the Managing Director, Aksan Capital Advisory. While he comes on stage, I'd like to extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to him for their valuable insights, the professional expertise, the process motivators, the hands-on experience team that helped us adhere to timelines, enhance Freshara's decision-making process. And thank you so much, sir, for all the support. May I request you to please share a few words with us.
Happy morning to all. Vanakkam Freshara. At the outset, I would express my sincere thanks for given this opportunity to work with Freshara to get into a listing today. Many congratulations to the management and especially to Mr. Junaid sir and Iqbal sir. I would just want to take a minute to just mention this. See, India is mostly driven like farmers, and Freshara is supporting to the farmers in a bigger way. And today you can see that this is the company who has given an 100% export-oriented units, which shows that people are there to support to the farmers and make a signature of the country into across the globe. And today Freshara is exporting more than 35 countries from India, and I wish that they should reach like a century in the upcoming period in a shorter while. And wish you all the best and hope this company is eligible to get into the main board. I wish at the earliest they should be into the main board and get more support to the employment and more support to the farmers. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Love you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajnikant. I love saying your name, sir. May I request you to please join us back on stage, and may I request Mr. Junaid to please join me on the dais to hand over a memento to our dignitary this morning. May I also request Mr. Iqbal to please come up on stage to do the honors. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, Mr. Rajnikant. Our next guest coming up on stage is a very special guest, a well-wisher, a friend. You know, there's these characters in the story. They play a very silent role, but they are the backbone of success for the dream to come true. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome one such dignitary and guest who's seated in front of the dais, Mr. Alauddin, the IAS. Please join us on stage, sir, to share a few words with us.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I have small correction. I am not a guest here. I am part of the family. I would at the outset like to congratulate Mr. Junaid Ahmed and his dad for the excellent work that they have put in. Today is not become a public limited company with listing in the NSE stock exchange. Many people have worked behind him and supported him. And frankly speaking, I do not have much of a role. Maybe that is one of the reasons why they have been able to achieve that great success within such a short time. The team also needs a lot of, to be congratulated for the excellent cooperation. Many of the staff, they are working from the inception of the company. You will find that in many places people keep migrating and shifting jobs, but that has not happened here. That also speaks for the sagacity of the management and also the sincerity and the dedication of the staff. This particular venture, which particularly adds to the economy of the rural, have definitely dedicated a lot of time and resources to ensure that the development becomes sustainable, which is now the talk of the town everywhere. So therefore, this not only the growth of the company, along with that the economic sustainability has also been the hallmark of this particular institution. I would like to compliment the entire team for that, because many of them, when they grow, their focus is only on the revenue. They do not bother much about the economic impact that it can cause in the community. They have been able to take care of that. And this growth is really a phenomenal growth, but that has not, as these people say, the Rome was not built in one day. It has taken several years of effort, consistent effort, dedicated and committed efforts to achieve this kind of a success. Now, this is not going to be the end of the story. This is, from now onwards, the responsibility on Mr. Junaid Ahmed is much greater. Because earlier, as we were saying, it used to be a family concern. Now it has become a public limited company, and he has a great responsibility to satisfy the expectations of the shareholders, apart from justifying his own initiative in converting it into a public limited company. So therefore, there is a greater effort that is needed on his part, and he is already on a growth path, aiming at, now they are only covering about 40 countries and odd. I'm sure the world has more than about 150 countries, and he should soon have a target to reach about 100 countries. He cannot reach all the countries because some of them do not consume, including India. So leaving aside those countries, he should try to cover the entire globe. And in terms of the percentage share, he is now having about 10% share, and that he should double within a very short time, and then become a leader not only from India but also in the world over. So I wish him all the best with his sincerity and dedication and support from his father and the family, and now the support from the shareholders. I am sure he will be able to take the company to greater heights, and I wish him all the best. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the NSE and the supporters of this GYR company who have been able to complete this task, to my knowledge, at within a very short time. And they also needs to be congratulated and thanked on this occasion for facilitating this public issue within such a short time. And the success, the expectation of the people is really very great. That can be seen from the overwhelming response with more than average of about 250 times oversubscribed. I have not come across a company which has become public within 10 years and getting so much of response from the investors. I think this itself, it casts a great responsibility on Mr. Junai Ahmed, and I am sure he will rise up to the occasion and take the company to greater heights. And I will close with the quote from Robert Frost. As Mr. Junai himself was saying, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, sir. Spoken like a family member himself, and I think that moment requires to be captured. So can I request our leaders to join us back, sir? Can I request you to please join me to capture this moment? Very much, sir. Mr. Iqbal and Mr. Junaid, can you stay back? We'd like to honor a few more dignitaries before we move on to our next speakers. To begin with, can I call upon Mr. Abhishek Sharma from GYR Capital Advisor Limited? Members present here, which is Mr. Ravi Jain and Mr. Sendil Murugan, to please come on stage. Well, there are many dignitaries seated in front of the dais, bursting with excitement and joy to share their experience on this journey. And we're going to take the opportunity to call them up on stage one by one. May I request you to join me by welcoming on stage Mr. Rajesh Mahendra Shah from Purva Share Registry Private Limited to please share a few words with us.
Good morning. Congratulations to Freshara, and very big thank you for making us part of this particular event and the success. to make this IPO success, it is a teamwork, and the teamwork, I can say that there is a lot of similarity between making a diamond necklace and an IPO. The first thing is that you select the diamonds, which work was done by Rajni sir. Then he went to a Babu, basically to fix all these things, which is Freshara Agency, which was doing the back side of the work of allotment in 2 days. Then the valuation part came. For that, merchant bankers GYR were there, who would decide what should be the price of the particular diamond necklace. And then ultimately NSE was there, which like a hallmark, giving a certification saying that this is the quality of the IPO. But the most important of all was Rajni sir, because in today's market, where lab-grown market and diamonds and artificial diamonds are there, in a large container where lot of artificial diamonds are there and very few natural diamonds are there, Rajni sir is the one who picks up the correct diamond, and then he put it and brought it over here and made a good necklace. So definitely all this particular thing is going to Rajni sir for making this a success. And Rajni sir, GYR and Purva has already worked together in previous IPOs also. But the name itself is giving so much enthusiasm in the investors that all the IPOs are becoming success one after another. Thank you very much once again, and all the best.
Mr. Rajesh, can I request you to please join me back on stage, sir? And can I request Mr. Junaid and Mr. Iqbal to please do the honors of felicitating Mr. Rajesh. On the dais is Mr. Loganathan Karthik, Independent Director of Freshara Agro Exports Limited. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Loganathan on stage.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, fellow directors and employees. I am honored to stand here today as an independent director of Freshara Agro Export Limited, marking a significant milestone in our journey. Our IPO listing is a testament to the company's growth, resilience, and communication to excellence. Today we celebrate not only our listing but also the trust of our investors, the dedication of our employees, the vision of our founders. As an independent director, I have witnessed firsthand robust governance, strategic decision-making, passionate leadership. Our IPO listing opens new avenues for growth, allowing us to expand operations, enhance offerings, create value for stakeholders. To our investors, thank you for believing in us. We pledge transparency, accountability, and sustainable growth. To our employees, your tireless effort have brought us here. Continue to drive innovation and excellence. To our leadership, your vision and guidance have been invaluable. As we embark to this new chapter, we remain committed to ethical practice, social responsibility, stakeholder value. Thank you, everyone.
Our next speaker on stage is Mr. Yami Samadhi, Independent Director of Freshara Agro Exports Limited, who will be addressing the gathering.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I wish the Freshara and team their very tremendous hardworking and efficiency. As an independent director, I ensure all the investors' confidence and other beneficiary. I once again congratulate the entire team. Mr. Junaid sir, thank you very much.
Sir, can I request you to please come back on stage? Requesting all the dignitaries, once you finish your talk, please stay back, just to avoid these few steps of prayer. Again is the Independent Director of Freshara Agro Exports. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Perumal Ravi Kumar.
So, very good morning to all, and really it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all for this very successful listing ceremony. And I congratulate our management team of Freshara, director and managing directors. And it is amazing to see that the wonderful team effect is displayed, either from our Rajnikant team, management team, and merchant banking and NSE. And very, very happy to see the wonderful teamwork displayed to make it happen. So I'm really very proud to be a part of this Freshara team. Once again, I wish you all to have a very long years to go, and a very big success is ahead of you all. Thank you so much, sir. I'm really proud to be an independent director of this Freshara team. Thank you so much.